guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be watching a video called The F1 Meme Iceberg Explained. I'm guessing, this is about obviously Formula 1, like funny memes, but I have no idea what like the meme iceberg is. I don't know if it's because, in online, like things online and on the internet, like memes especially, they tend to be like very sectorized in a way. They tend to be like, they stay within their circle. It's rare when something transcends and, online and everyone like knows about it. So I'm not surprised actually that I've never heard of this, because I'm guessing it's like jokes and memes that are like big in the community, in the Formula 1 community, but I have no idea what it could be. So it makes me super curious to find out, because I'm guessing it's going to be like something funny having to do like the drivers. But I'm like, iceberg, what does like an iceberg have to do with like, I don't know, with memes and with Formula 1? I have no idea, but I'm super curious. So let's check it out and comment, like, subscribe, and start.
Formula 1, as I've said in the past, is the pinnacle of motorsports, but it's also the pinnacle of memes in motorsports. Take a look at other categories out there. NASCAR. It's got some pretty good memes, but half of it's from the Cars movie.
Hey, Mater. It's nice to finally be back in Radiator Springs.
With a southern accent?
I want you.
What?
What?
IndyCar, also great, but it's just not as big. Same goes for the 24 Hours of Le Mans, drag racing, sim racing, and rallying.
Medium left! Medium left!
Oh my god, it's gonna
MotoGP, my second favorite motorsport, has some pretty good jokes as well. But does its official YouTube account post meme compilations?
I don't think so.
And then we have Formula E, where
what's Formula E?
The joke is the sport itself. Inside jokes, references, clips, nicknames to running gags, and deeply rooted social issues that plague the sport's image is what makes up the amazing memes we have in Formula 1. If you're a new F1 fan watching this video, welcome. I hope you guys really get to learn something new here. Although, this video might just completely blow your brains out. This Formula 1 meme iceberg consists of 5 tiers.
Oh, okay, it's just like a lot of memes, okay.
Obviously, I won't be able to cover every meme in F1
okay.
history, although I could have made this video like the usual 2 hours long, which I honestly could have done, but that means I would have to start off the video like this. Good morning, everyone. In today's 17
hours.
Iceberg
Do you need 10 hours to explain a meme?
I will be enlightening you with all the F1 memes out there. Starting off with the downfall of Mercedes.
Why?
The invasion of Poland, World War II.
Yes.
Tier 1.
Self-explanatory, great.
Memes that I'll give more context to. Tier 1 involves memes that are pretty easy to understand, but I'll give you guys a little more context behind them, starting with visible confusion.
Like
right
what?
out the gate, Sergio Perez easily takes the spotlight here. In the 2017 Malaysian Grand Prix driver briefing video, at exactly 1 minute and 27 seconds in, we were gifted with this iconic moment.
Going into turn 2, he was ahead of me and he stayed there.
Okay. Well, like I say, we tend to rely on...
Also, this isn't the last time where Checo takes the spotlight. Take the 2023 Las Vegas Grand Prix. Bruce Buffer, one of the most iconic sports announcers of all time, was ready to hype up all the drivers on the grid. If you don't know Bruce, he's the man behind ring announcements like this.
One, the only!
Oh my god, is that voice coming out of like that man's body? Okay, that's crazy. I can't believe he sounds like that. It sounds fake.
And then enter Sergio Perez.
Sergio! Checo!
It's insane. He literally sounds like a computer. Like animated voice. He's so awkward. Oh no, they're both really awkward.
Now, Checo isn't the only source of these moments. We've also got Carlos going completely dead after being told that he was called into the steward's room.
Been called to the stewards, so we're going to have to let you go. I believe so. I just heard it through my ear. Is it Carlos who's been called to the stewards? Yes.
Did you like roll his eyes? Oh no, he's just like...
Do we know what for?
And of course, there's also the confusion of Sebastian Vettel when he got called out in a conversation that he wasn't even a part of.
Okay. We can clarify that if you really think it's worth it.
Why are they like in a classroom?
Driving so slow, but I mean, maybe Sebastian should keep his on.
He doesn't understand why people are laughing.
Train of thought, there's a lot of iconic clips that every Formula 1 fan should see at least once. If you claim to be an F1 fan and have never seen one of these clips before, you are not an F1 fan. Alright, you are a pathological liar. But without further ado, here are some of F1's best clips.
Why is he speaking like a dog? Is that like an inside joke?
Straight, that is so relaxing.
Oh my god, they're like driving simulators. Break! Oh.
I am stupid. I am stupid.
No, how old I was when I did my...
I'm stupid. I crashed.
17!
No, 18! I don't know actually.
He doesn't know either.
Yes, I know. Watermelon.
What are they like playing testing?
You start talking. Hello everyone.
I hope he's got some
Is he like sunbathing?
that at home unless you've got the factor 50.
Okay.
Visible pain is another meme. As we've seen earlier, F1 drivers can appear too stunned to speak,
Too
but they
stunned
can
to
also appear
speak.
too dead to convey any emotions whatsoever other than Spain.
Spain because they're Spanish?
Minus the
What?
S. Fernando Alonso's lifeless stare. Now, this
Lifeless?
was pretty funny. This was taken during the 2012 Brazilian Grand Prix, where he lost the title by just 3 points. While that seems painful enough,
Yes.
the reason behind that dead stare was actually because Alonso was looking at Felipe Massa, his teammate at the time, who just couldn't stop crying. Such a
Oh
painful
my God.
moment masked as another funny meme.
That's so
in
dramatic. Well, for them, like maybe they laugh now, but awful.
And then we have Carlos Sainz just blanking out like he's dead, and Daniel Ricciardo screaming after missing Q3 in Japan 2018,
Okay, relatable.
and Charles's face in Ferrari's latest Instagram posts, where as you can see, he looks very exhilarated. But notice how most of these drivers are Ferrari
Oh my god,
drivers.
it's true they're wearing
Tier 2.
red.
This is for the memes where more context
Okay,
is
so it means, like,
needed. Picking up where
Ferrari,
we left off,
you're depressed.
Ferrari. The meme here is the team itself. Ferrari is by far the biggest running joke in the F1
Oh, it's a
community, where
joke?
you might get sick of how many times people repeat the exact
Okay.
same jokes over
Okay, so
and
yeah.
over and over.
Drivers are
The worst part
depressed.
is you can't even complain about these jokes because the team continues to make the same mistakes over and
Oh,
over
okay,
and
that's
over
the running
again.
joke.
Holy shit, Ferrari. Ferrari started being a meme roughly from 2008,
Okay,
where
so long.
Felipe Massa lost his championship by 1 point.
That's gotta
Ferrari
hurt.
didn't even know it at the time. They were busy celebrating. And when they found out,
Yeah, that's
they
why you
were
shouldn't
not so
celebrate.
happy.
Like, before. Oh my god, he
From
actually
there,
like.
Ferrari has
broke
only
something?
been worse because the team has been extremely consistent at being inconsistent. Slow pit stops that take ages, race engineers that are asleep half of the time, and race strategies that are so bad have made Ferrari the
asleep
joke that
half
it
of
is
the
today.
time.
Stay out.
Ferrari is so prone to messing up that even in an ideal situation where the team doesn't do anything wrong, just wait till the drivers do.
Oh well. Okay, someone messes up.
Since
Just a
then, Ferrari
scream.
has been correlated with
Ah.
the words pain, depression, therapy, and delusion,
Okay.
where their fans look like this. This brings us
Okay,
to
so what would you
F1's
wanna,
running
like,
jokes,
be
one
a
being
fan of
the
it?
Dutch national anthem, which became a meme since Max Verstappen kept winning races in 2020.
Yeah, the world
After you
champion.
win a race in F1, your national anthem gets played, and since
Yeah.
Max is Dutch and won a whopping 19 times
That was the only
year,
thing they
every
heard.
Formula One race genuinely just looked like this.
Woo, let's go! It's finally race day. I can't wait to see what happens, guys. And Max wins again.
And again.
And
yeah, and all the time.
And
Throughout the whole
again.
season. Just like the national anthem.
Damn,
Again and again.
everyone's getting really interesting.
Other F1 drivers have their own running jokes. Lando Norris had the nickname Lando No Win since he failed to
Oh my
consistently
God, that's
get a
crazy.
win for God
No
knows how
win?
long until he finally got it in Miami 2024. He can now sleep tight without having nightmares of Sochi 2021.
No, that's awful.
And Hamilton takes the
They
lead
make
in the
him to be
race
like
as
no
Lando
win.
Norris slides off the
He's
track.
pure.
Nico
That's right.
Hulkenberg has a similar fate, but for him, it's podiums. This man has raced over 200 times and has failed to achieve even one P3 finish. He has come so
Oh my God,
close
that's-
over multiple
that's actually
occasions,
so
but he somehow
sad.
just manages to get into an
my
accident
God.
or just blatantly pull out a driver error that's not even funny and just straight up
He's
sad.
sad.
I can't help but feel bad for Nico since he deserves to be in a much better team. I can only hope he makes the right decisions for the years to come. And he chose Sauber. Oh
Okay,
my God.
wait, so like is that
my
about
God,
team?
my guy chose Sauber.
Okay, I'm guessing yes.
Can someone shoot me in the head? Fernando Alonso is just a rookie. This meme has been going around since 2023 where Fernando proved that age isn't gonna stop
Why?
him
Is he
from
old?
performing. Fernando is 42 years
Okay.
old as of now
That's
and has
not-
been racing in F1 for over 20
Oh, okay,
years.
so been racing
Fernando is
Super
the oldest
Series
driver on the
years.
grid, which brought
A
people to
veteran.
joke about how he's still a rookie, which is honestly believable. He might be 42, but he performs like he's 22.
Oh, Because it's like reckless or something?
Oh, and yeah, I think he dated Taylor Swift at one point.
What?
And of course, we also have Kimi with his very short questions, Charles Leclerc's pole-to-win ratio, George Fumble consistently turning into people, Esteban Ocon always trying to kill his teammates,
His teammates? Okay, that's insane.
That was like...
Daniel Ricciardo being a high-performance athlete,
I'm a high-performance athlete. Athletes sweat.
Yeah, he's sweating.
Sweat.
Why is he-
Logan Sargent not knowing what a kilometer is because he's American, and Sebastian Vettel being the biggest F1 nerd.
7 was Kimi, 6 and 5 was Fernando, 4,
Okay,
3,
he knows
2
his
and
stuff.
2000 was Michael.
Tier 3. Now this is where supreme wheel knowledge is needed for you guys to understand some of
Okay,
these
so
memes.
please, he's gonna
Suck my
explain
balls,
it.
mate.
What?
No, that is not my personal request to you. Instead, this is a reference from the 2017 Hungarian Grand Prix where Nico Hülkenberg and Kevin Magnussen were scrapping for points. Nico was unhappy with Kevin's driving, pushing him off the track,
he's
and
in the
after the
grass.
race, it led to this legendary moment.
Once again, most unsportive driver of the grid.
Suck my balls, mate.
This clip led to so many different memes, and this one is honestly my favorite.
Oh my god. Okay, so they're like insulting each other on camera. But in a
Now, for
passive-aggressive
those of
way.
you guys who still don't understand the meme of "suck my balls, mate," even if I just explained it to
No, it's
you,
pretty
you might just have a
self-explanatory.
very bad sense of humor. Or a completely dysfunctional brain. What's even funny though is that these two are now teammates.
Oh, they're
Glad they actually
teammates.
get along and embrace the memes instead of shunning it.
You've got a new teammate.
Yes, Nico is
Smiling
joining the
through the
team,
pain.
and he can suck my
He's
balls.
amazing.
You wouldn't suck his balls, would you?
Unlike Nico Rosberg, when he got called his nickname Brittany by one of the child commentators
Brittany,
on F1
child
Kids.
commentator.
Good luck, Brittany. I hope you do well.
Okay, no, Scarlett, that was not cool, okay?
Oh my god, people are laughing in the background.
That was not cool at all, okay?
Thank you, Brittany.
Please apologize.
Apologizes. I'm sorry, yeah.
Nico Rosberg, the 2016 F1 World Champion and Monaco-based
He's a
YouTuber
YouTuber
who beat
and a
seven-time
world
world
champion?
champion Lewis Hamilton in equal machinery, that is also a meme, was given the nickname Brittany by Mark Webber during their time in Williams at 2006. Nico had
Because of the
long
blonde
blonde hair
hair?
at the time, making him look like Britney Spears, and
look
it soon became an
alike.
inside joke among drivers.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brittany.
But with that nickname, we also have other legendary F1 nicknames, such as Goatifi.
I'm guessing it's like a play on someone's name.
The name Goatifi is a meme that refers to the legend himself, Nicholas Latifi,
Okay, so,
arguably the greatest F1 driver of all
Okay.
time. Now, obviously, you might say that this is just sarcasm.
Oh, it's sarcasm.
But,
Oh,
for the
I thought it
people
was, like,
saying this, you're
actually
just a
great.
hater. It's so obvious that Latifi is the GOAT. He crashed under the safety car in Monaco, fumbled in Abu
Oh, okay,
Dhabi,
so
and
he's supposed to
completely
lose this?
forgot the layout of a track, then blamed it on the car.
Se ha metido en la primera salida.
The car.
Oh my
That
god.
was strange. Anyways, I'm okay.
But you guys are
The
missing
car
the point.
drove
We're
itself.
not calling Latifi the GOAT because it's ironic. It's actually because he likes Nutella. Now that
What does
is goat
Nutella
hate.
have to do with
Mazepin
goats?
is up next, referring to Nikita Mazepin, another simple nickname that really does get the point across.
Why?
But instead of being the GOAT, he is the WOAT, and the most hated driver
Oh my
in
God, that's
F1
insane, being the
history, getting
greatest
this
driver
nickname
was
for
hated.
crashing in the first 20 seconds of his first ever Grand Prix by spinning.
Teammate for company as they head now down towards turn 4, and that's off, and that looks like a hat.
Oh, and Nikita crashed already.
Already.
God
He
damn.
already.
I bet a monkey can drive better than this guy.
Now, just for the
Monkey can
record, guys,
drive better,
Nikita
no.
Mazepin was driving this car, not a monkey, you know, just so you guys can tell the difference. Now, there's a lot more F1 driver nicknames out there,
There's
but to
so-
save you
there's
guys
so
some
many of
time,
them.
here are most of the simple ones with context.
Lance, what? There's so many. Cry Milton? Italian Jesus?
And of course, with more context, the Mexican Minister of Defense, referring
The
to
driver's
Checo's
Mexican?
amazing defensive work for Max Verstappen during the entire 2021 season. And for those of you who thought that he was actually the Minister of Defense
How
in
is gonna be the
Mexico,
Minister of Defense?
Don't
He's a-
worry, you're
he's a
not the only
driver.
one. In F1, a lot of fans refer to on-track action oftentimes as historical
Well,
events.
they
Esteban
are.
and Pierre are French drivers that crashed in Australia 2023. French Civil
Oh,
War.
okay,
Alonso
like
and Carlos are
referencing
both
past
Spanish
historic
and
events,
battled in the China
actual
Sprint.
events.
Spanish Civil War. German driver Nico Hülkenberg pierces his way into Q3. Blitzkrieg. Logan Sargent races in the Middle East. The invasion of Iraq.
Oh,
You get the
no. No.
Penalties are bittersweet in Formula One. Right out the gate, 5-second penalty for
What's
Ocon,
Ocon?
the most overused meme that started in 2023, where Ocon received 3 penalties totaling to 20 seconds in Bahrain that same year. This penalty meme had people saying 5-second penalty for Ocon wherever. There could be a post about F1's carbon footprint, and there would be a comment that says death by firing squad for Ocon. Like, god damn. Each F1 driver also has their own theme song, since drivers would oftentimes sing their favorite songs on team radio. To avoid copyright, I'm just gonna put the song
Okay, yeah, he's not gonna show us that. Okay.
Finally, the Lance Stroll interrupting meme, which came from Monaco 2021, where the F1 broadcast, instead of showing actual racing, decided to show Lance Stroll doing a Lance Stroll thing.
Is he ahead of Gasly? They're going to go wheel to wheel up Beau Rivage here. Sebastian Vettel and Pierre Gasly. Oh, what has happened? We need to
they were like,
who's
"Show
gonna
us
come
the
out in
race."
front as we see Lance Stroll hitting the barrier and going over the curve.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, I don't think that's
We are
okay.
now
You should do
entering
that.
brain rot territory. Now, this tier involves memes that are probably so stupid as they are equally funny, and there are a lot of these kinds of memes, and I mean a lot of these.
Like most of them?
Shit. But without any further delays, I'm gonna mention all of them as fast as possible.
Oh my god, hopefully I'll be able to keep track.
Context.
Okay, go on.
Here we go. Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen kissing. Now, this is clearly a real photo.
Okay,
Haters
obviously
this is edited.
fake.
Lewis and Max are actually in love.
Sure,
Just take
yeah.
a look at
Super in
2021.
love.
Max
They're
went on
getting
top
married.
of Lewis. If that isn't gay, then the reality we live in is a lie. Alonso's forehead became a meme after he was given a penalty in Saudi Arabia 2023, which was then reinstated, giving him back his P3, which was given to George Russell, leading to this photo being posted on Twitter with the
What?
caption,
They took him like a
and Twitter
trophy,
isn't
they
the only
took it
place
back,
where Alonso
what?
posts memes. His TikTok is also pure comedy gold, where you can see him mog people, work out to Taylor Swift music, and do all kinds of goofy shit.
Ready to go again?
Okay, so he's like an influencer. He's just like good at social media. But no, not the phone in the microwave. Come on, no, stop. Stop! No!
George Russell's pose in F1's 2023 intro also became a meme. This beautiful pose with his feet together, arms spread apart, looks exactly like an F1 car's front wing. There are
What?
3
I thought it was like a model.
Daniel Ricciardo, Oscar Piastri, and Valtteri Bottas. Valtteri might be Finnish, but his long and luscious mullet and mustache just screams kangaroos and big spiders. While 2021 marked the day of F1's most expensive car part, the Mercedes W12 rear wing, costing more than 50,000 euros. Not because it was expensive to make, but because Max Verstappen touched it and was given a fine worth that much. Team LH is a running joke. This used to be a name for Lewis Hamilton's fan base, but has since turned into a name referring to Lewis fans who are mostly mentally ill, immature, and crybabies that keep on complaining about Abu Dhabi 2021, even if it happened like 3 fucking years ago.
Okay,
the
because he
GP2
lost, I
engine is a
guess.
meme from Alonso's radio during his McLaren days, hating his engine where he goes, American celebrities in F1 are unbearably cringe. Then we have Walter Koster, the most legendary F1 journalist, known for his iconic long questions, where there is an 8-minute compilation of him asking questions on YouTube, and throughout this video, he only asked 7.
Charlie, before I start my question, I had to remind you of 5 prizes. I read it quickly.
What? Oh my god, get to the point.
With last place and probably the low
This is
point
like-
in hot time. It was a mistake of...
And Abu Dhabi 2021, the title-deciding race between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, where F1's GOAT decided to crash, which brought out a safety car, allowing for a controversial decision to be made where race control allowed lap cars to be passed, leading to Max chasing down Lewis with much faster, fresher tires. Then Max overtakes Lewis while having leg cramps, which gave us Toto Wolff's iconic radio message, complaining to race director Michael Massey, who then got death threats for making Lewis lose the championship, so then next year he was fired and moved to Australia, potentially getting an Uber from Valtteri Bottas.
I know, I was like, hold on, I need to
Please tell me
rewind.
you guys learned something from that. But the final meme on this tier is Drive to Survive, which gave us so much material, one being Toto Wolff, where in the team principal meeting he had an argument with Christian Horner regarding the problem of porpoising in F1 cars, which led him to say this.
Change your car. You've got a problem. Change your fucking car.
Then you change your car because Checo has been saying the car is fucked. Checo has been on the record and is in the
let's go and get him.
Yeah, I have it printed out.
Now I have no idea what Toto was thinking when he said that, but we can assume he might just have an actual piece of paper that just says, "Hi, this is Checo, the car is fucked." But tier 5. This final tier involves things we truly do not know and requires exceptional wheel knowledge. As favorable as it is to start this tier with a lighthearted tone, it simply cannot be done. This tier is where the deep-rooted social issues that I mentioned earlier start to plague memes in Formula 1, beginning with none other than Jos Verstappen, the only man who can beat Max.
That's the dad, right?
Literally. Oftentimes you'll see people in the F1 community joke about how Jos beats Max, a reference to how hard his dad was during his upbringing. Jos Verstappen wanted to mold Max into a racing machine, pushing him in ways many consider to be abuse, leaving Max at a gas station when he was 14, forcing him to endure freezing temperatures while practicing karting, hitting him on the helmet, verbally abusing him almost every single time,
him with a helmet, that's
Max
insane.
a science project, leading fans to also make jokes like the Jos Verstappen project, basically where you're gonna put your child through hell to become the next world champion. Ayrton Senna dated a 15-year-old.
What? How old was he?
I am not making this up. Ever seen those memes that go like this?
What? Okay, so he wasn't like an
That's
adult.
a reference to the time Ayrton Senna, a legendary F1 driver, dated 15-year-old Adriana Yaman while he was 25.
Yikes.
And yes, I know. What the fuck? For context, the age of consent in Brazil is so much lower compared to other countries, 14. If Ayrton did that anywhere else, this would be a completely different story.
Yeah.
As much as he played by the rules, many still go, well, yeah, what the fuck? The two were also briefly engaged, but the relationship was broken off by Senna in late 1988. Now, I'm assuming many of you guys are surprised to hear this about Ayrton Senna, but to be fair, it was pretty obvious from the start, because like Ayrton said at one point in his career, if you don't go for a gap, okay.
No.
I can't make this joke. F1 sponsors can also become a thing, as they can sometimes be the biggest hit or the biggest fucking miss in
but
history.
there's the one thing.
Visa Cash App RB, an abomination of a name, and Ferrari's HP sponsor, where it looks like Smurfs took a fat shit on the car. Oh, and Max Verstappen has another driver's child. This refers to Penelope and Max, where we get to see them both bond on Max's sim racing streams. Now, P is actually not Max Verstappen's own daughter. She's Danny Kvyat's child, a former F1 driver who is dating Kelly Piquet, who is also the child of another former F1 driver, Nelson Piquet, and is now dating Max, who is also the child of a former F1 driver, Jos Verstappen.
Yeah, they're all like super related.
Danny Kvyat and Kelly Piquet broke up in 2019, the same year Penelope was born, and 3 years prior, Max Verstappen replaces Kvyat at Red Bull, then got together with Kelly a year after, when he was 19, and she was 28 years old. Bro is a victim in every way possible. But this led to memes saying that Max didn't just steal Danny Kvyat's girlfriend,
he stole
but
everything.
his daughter and his entire F1
everything.
career. Now, with all of those tiers being said, F1 memes are truly beautiful. I even forgot that this video was about F1 memes in the first place. We've got a whole ass library of memes that it's been such a challenge for me to try
there's so
and include
many.
everything in one video, so forgive me for ones I have missed. I even missed out on putting Red Bull team principal Christian Horner sending a picture of his corn dog to a female employee, giving him the nickname Christian Horny, Valtteri it's James, and a legendary Dutch commentator that gave us this wonderful clip.
19. Oh nee, hij is hem kwijt, maar hij houdt hem. Holy shit. Oh, ik ga eens doen wat hij mag. Fuck that shit.
Ultimately, everyone has their own favorite memes in F1.
Why is he posing like that?
On El Padre's TikTok, but the meme that truly takes the spotlight for me is Charles Leclerc. He started F1 in 2018 and has stayed till now in 2024. And while many say that Charles has stayed relatively the same over the years, a hungry talent looking for a championship victory, there's actually one major difference Charles carried over the years. So what separates this guy from this guy?
He looks sadder? I don't know.
Well, this one has a soul.
Okay, that was incredibly funny. Where to even begin? I have no idea. This was incredibly enjoyable. I absorbed so much information in like a short span of time. I'm almost crying from laughter. That so many things made me laugh. I don't even know like which one was my favorite. I think there were like so many jokes, and he explained it so well. Obviously, like ones that are like you don't really need like any context because it's just like a funny photo or like he's doing like a funny expression or something. Obviously, like, those are really funny, but I think the context is what really does like take it to the next level because otherwise you're just like, oh yeah, it is very funny. But I think when he explains it and once you understand like the whole thing, Oh no, that obviously is like that's where the jokes are. I love the fact that the Ferrari drivers are like very sad. I think because I'm pretty sure like the last one, Leclerc, he was like the one that was also for he drove or drives for Ferrari, and he mentions that all the Ferrari drivers are like so sad all the time, and that's the joke because they're constantly like something bad constantly happens, like either like they crash or like the mechanics like do something wrong, like something like they can't just get a win. Like, can they get a win? Probably not. So that was incredibly funny. I love the one about like the Mercedes just like stopping or something, and it was like Poland, and like 1939, like that was incredibly funny. Like Mercedes downfall, like let me take you back to 1939. It's like, oh, okay. That's really funny. Also, like the ones where they refer to like historical events as when they're like crashing, like two French drivers are like they crashed, so it's like the French Civil War. That was really funny as well. I think I have to say though, I think probably, again, incredibly funny. I want to go back and see like the nicknames that they have, because it was like very fast, very quick, and I wanted to know like what the nicknames that they have, and also like the songs, because apparently like the theme songs are like the whole. Each driver is affiliated with like one song, but it's not because like they assigned it, it's because they like the song and they're constantly like singing it. I love the guy that's like a part-time influencer, like again, not like probably influencer, he's just like very good at social media. I don't know if he does it like himself or he has like a whole team. I can't remember his name, but he looks incredibly funny, especially when he's like posting and stuff, and he's like, what do you mean? So he's like a part-time influencer like in this downtime, and I'm pretty sure I think he was also the one that's like in his 40s, and apparently he's like the old one because he's in his 40s, and he not that 40 years old, but the fact that he started driving in his 20s is like, oh, so you've been doing this for like 20 odd years. So obviously I think people are gonna make fun of you because it's like, okay, that's why they call him like a rookie, because obviously like you've been doing this for so long. It's like a funny joke. But I think that was incredibly funny. Again, the nicknames like Cry Milton, like why do they refer to him as Cry Milton? I want to go back and like pause it and really like check those things out. But I think my favorite, I have to say, probably, because it was so completely unexpected, was the Suck My Balls one. That's kind of immature, but I think it was the funniest one because it came like from like his heart. Like he was like, hey, you're like and he also mentions like you're like the worst driver ever or something like that. He also says something at first, like at the beginning, before saying that. So it makes it incredibly funny because he's not like coming like insulting or anything. He's just like, oh, I just want to say hello to him, and like he says that, and the other guy is just like, oh, suck my balls. It's like, it's so funny because they're all so like polite. Like their whole demeanor is very polite, and I think it makes it makes it like a million times funnier that it's just like, no, they're actually like trading insults in a passive aggressive way. It's incredibly hilarious. And I love the fact that now they're teammates, or they had to be teammates at some point, and they're always like, they're laughing now because again, it's just something that came like at spur of the moment, and it's like, I'm sorry that I insulted you or that I said these things because I was upset, and it's understandable. Like don't take it seriously, don't take it personal. Also, I think the other one that made me laugh so hard, totally, because again, it was like so again, super relatable. I think it was the guy that he came at the end, that he showed at the end, that was like, he doesn't have a soul anymore. I think it was him actually, that he like crashed and he just said like, I'm so stupid. It's like, again, it's like, it shows that, when you're like seeing these drivers do like incredible things, I think all these memes and stuff, they show us, you know what, at the end of the day, they're just like us. They're relatable. They're like us. They make mistakes and they react accordingly. They're not like superhuman, because I think it's a way to make them a little bit more relatable and a little more human, a little more like you. Because when you're seeing them like this, when they're, in their races, in their careers, I think it's easy to think like, oh, well, they're like superhuman. But it's like, no, they're actually like normal guys. And if you were in this situation, you would probably like react in the same way. So I love this video. Incredibly funny. I laughed so hard. Hopefully you also laughed as much as I did. And that was it for today. And I'll see you next time. Bye.